After the Edmund Pettus Bridge walk, the SCLC was flooded with money. It came from everywhere, every corner of this country and from foreign countries. We used to work very close to Dr. King, and he and a gentleman whose name has been in print, and I hope I can call it, Mr. Stanley Levinson, would get together materials, and we would have stories and notices in the Wall Street Journal about this movement. And of course the TV was following it everywhere. But after that bridge incident, where they beat John Lewis so, and they were so mean to the nuns and everybody, the money just flowed into that building. We would count and bank all that we could bank during the day and the night, and then late at night, the Brinks organization would send trucks to take the bags that hadn't been counted, that were filled with money, to Brinks for storage, and they would bring them back down to the SCLC the next afternoon when I would go, so that we could start counting again. And SCLC staff worked with me. I cannot recall the lady's name, but she was the administrative assistant to Ralph Abernathy, who just really worked really closely with me. And I remember very vividly that at that time in the South, the tags were given numbers based upon the size of the counties. So Fulton County in Georgia was #1, being the largest. And then maybe Savannah was 3. I don't remember all the numbers now. Maybe it might have been 2 or 4. I don't know. But when we would go into those cities with the students, registering people to vote and seeking to put down the racism that was in the cities, in Albany and everywhere else, if we took cars from Atlanta, even if we rented them, the people who were opposed to this kind of action would turn them over, burn them up, do whatever they wanted to do with them, and beat up the people in them. So we came to the conclusion in these board meetings that probably is not common knowledge, that we needed to get cars registered in the counties where the marchers were going. And a large automobile manufacturer, I don't know that I'm to call their name, I really don't know. If I can, I will. I'm told that I can. The Ford Motor Company gave to the movement more than 25 Ford automobiles. And we took those cars and got them registered in the different counties. So when the students and the marchers would go in, the car would look like it came from that county, and they would not destroy it immediately. You know, there were times when they destroyed them no matter what, once they found out why they were there. But the whole movement was, I was just immersed in the money part of it and the administrative part of it. We audited for the SCLC many times, and we were the first persons to prepare a balance sheet, as I said to you, for the movement, getting all of its money and its assets and whatever else they owned, which was very little, and office furniture together, so that someone could see what it owned when they had to go to the bank to get funds to continue the marches. The marches were real expensive. They took all manner of money. The movement bought tents and overall jackets and clothes and food and everything for the people on the marches. They really did. And they were supported by these funds that were given. And remember, there were flyers that had to be made. I remember there was a company called Diller Printing Company. I guess Mr. Dillard is still alive. And we bought paper from him, you know, to do the flyers.